and welcome. Today I'm gonna be discussing some home remedies for the flu season. So there's a lot of stuff that we have at home that we can use to contrast all those symptoms that we're getting or to prevent getting infected. As we know, the flu is actually transmitted by a virus, the influenza virus. And even though that we have some sort of treatment that can alleviate the duration of the disease, like we know the Tamiflu or Oseltamivir, that actually can decrease 2 to 3 days of the duration of the disease. Or we can have the vaccine as well, which can help us prevent the infection. Those things are all treating and helping, but it's not completely 100% effective. We don't have an exact cure for it. So the best way to actually help us and help our communities and to help everybody else to not have the flu is to prevent having the flu with having a great immune system. So we need to boost our immune system. Some of the things that I recommend and that everybody recommends for having a great immune system is first to do some exercise, at least 30 minutes a day, to just increase that heart pumping, get that blood flowing. So do at least 30 minutes of exercise. I got some notes in here. Have a healthy diet. And what I mean by healthy diet, it doesn't mean that you have to be like the best health expert out there, but at least start decreasing that sugar intake, because we have so much sugar, especially soda drinks and all that stuff. That's horrible. I don't even know how that thing is legal. You drink so much sugar in each of those drinks, and it's insane. And sugar is linked with inflammation. And inflammation is always going to lead you to having more prone to having diseases. So you want to decrease the inflammation. In order for you to decrease the inflammation, one of the best things that you can actually do is to have a healthier diet by decreasing your sugar intake, decreasing your carbohydrate intake, okay? So also you have 15 minutes of sun. So some 15 minutes of sun exposure. It doesn't have to be too much. It's just for you can create your own vitamin D. So it helps you to have a better immune system, have better bones. So just 15 minutes of sunlight a day. Also to decrease your stress level. I know that we are still in a pandemic and there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of chaos around us, but do things that actually make you feel good so that you can decrease those stress level. Go for a walk, go into nature, all that stuff. Watch a video that you like to watch, here in Yali's community, all those things, anything that can lead you to decreasing your stress level, because stress increases then the hormone cortisol, which is our stress hormone. And the cortisol is good in lower quantities because we do need it for synthesizing catecholamines and all kinds of things in our body, but you don't want to have it in high levels. High levels then stresses our body and then it triggers it to go into inflammation. So again, we want to lower the inflammation. So then decreasing the stress level. Sleep of 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And you know that there's a video that I made already of all home remedies and things and teas that you can use in order for you to have a better sleep. So you can check it out over there in our YouTube channel. And for people that have allergies or they are asthma patients like me over here, please avoid any of those artificial sweeteners. Sorry, I said sweetener, artificial colorants. Those can trigger for having asthma, and you don't want to have a trigger of asthma or allergies at the same time that you have the flu season. So all of those stuff. Now, let's go into one of the beautiful herbs that we have in nature that can actually help us to prevent having this viral infection, bacterial infection, especially during the flu season. There's the Chinese star anise. Chinese star anise is amazing, okay? So as you can see it over here, the Chinese star anise is actually the same thing that we use for the Tamiflu, the Oseltamivir treatment for the influenza virus. Yes, I know, it's incredible, because the Chinese star anise is the herb, the spice that has the highest concentration of chimic acid. again, the highest concentration of shikimic acid. And shikimic acid is the active ingredient that you see and that you will find in your Tamiflu treatment for influenza. And it has been even used for the swine flu. So this is a miracle, okay? This is amazing. Now, when you go into the Chinese star anise, I'm not talking about the seed anise. The seed anise, it tastes similar to it, and it has some of the properties, but it does not contain the shikimic acid. And you want to get the actual shikimic acid. You want to get the Chinese star anise. And do not confuse it with the Japanese star anise, because the Japanese star anise is poisonous. Any of the star anise that you buy in the store should not have the Japanese star anise, but you can read in the description and it should tell you that it's the Chinese star anise, okay? So this is how it looks. Super cool. It's a little star. How amazing is that? It's beautiful. And in each pocket and petal of the star, you will see the seeds, okay? And you only need a few of them to make a tea. So just 2 or 3 of them, and just put it in a boiling cup of water, and that will be enough for you to enjoy the benefits. But I'm gonna show you a nice concoction that I'm gonna make today, because again, you know that I love to do all kinds of concoctions of different stuff, so we can actually enjoy more of the benefits. Okay, so some of the benefits that you will see from the Chinese star anise is that it has the shikimic acid, as we said. It also contains a lot of antioxidants, and we know that when we have antioxidants, the antioxidants are going to be great for fighting free radicals. If we have enough of the free radicals, if we have too much free radicals in our body, then that leads us to having infections and having diseases and being more prone to mutations. So if you eat stuff that is high in antioxidants, then you're cleaning your body. And so it also has a lot of vitamins. It has vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, lots of B vitamins. And some of the phytonutrients that it has is the flavonoids. I'm going to put everything in here in the description because it's all a lot. Ligands, terpenes, the gallic acid, magnesium, zinc for immune boosting properties. It has lots of stuff. So it's not only great for antiviral. The Chinese star anise is great for anti-inflammatory effect, for pain also. It has been said that if you take the Chinese star anise, put it in your gums when you have a toothache, and it helps you with your pain. So there's all kinds of stuff, and it also has some sedative effect. So sedative effect, it help, if you have never ever drank the Chinese star anise, I would say to drink the tea that we're making. Drink it before going to bed so that you can go to sleep. For me, it's actually just a calming effect, and it is known that it has the cariophyllene. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Cariophyllene. I'm gonna put it over here. The cariophyllene has a calming effect, and this is one of the components of the marijuana oil, and that's why it gives you that calming effect. So it also, you can see that property in the Chinese star anise. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that can help us, and it's very sugary because it has anethol, and the anethol, it's 100 times more sugary, it tastes more sweet than sugar. So it is very sweet. So if you like sweet teas and you like sweet candy and stuff like that, then Chinese star anise. That's why it's very commonly to use it in cakes and desserts and stuff like that. Okay, so now that we have said all the great health benefits that we have from the Chinese star anise, I'm going to show you 3 different recipes that you can make at home with ingredients that you have at home that can help you with the prevention and for health boosting effects and during this time of our flu season. So the first one is going to be a tea. For that, you're going to need your Chinese star anise, some ginger, eucalyptus. Make sure that what you're getting is going to be organic, that it's going to be the herb itself. It's not going to be any powder that has been, synthetically made and all that stuff. You want to have the actual plant, okay? So the eucalyptus, the ginger, and the Chinese star anise. And then some cinnamon, And the cinnamon, you want the cinnamon sticks, okay? You don't want to have the little powder unless it is actual brown powder that is organically made. If not, then go with the actual sticks of cinnamon, okay? I'm using now for my eucalyptus, I'm gonna be using this herbs, this leaves that I got from my tree, because I used to have my eucalyptus tree and it died in the apartment. So soon I will get another eucalyptus tree, hopefully, and I can get my own eucalyptus back again. It smells so wonderful, it's just amazing. Okay, so for tea, what you're gonna need is a pot, okay? And I say to do it in a pot because you can make it in a cup if you would like to. Just take a little bit of a pinch of each one, just put it in your cup with boiling water and then drink it after it cools down. But if you are actually, trying to boost your immune system, I would recommend to drink the tea twice a week, at least twice a week. And if you're really feeling under the weather and you're feeling like, oh, I feel down and I feel achy, I don't feel that well, then you should actually increase your tea consumption of this mix and then do it once a day or even twice a day. But again, if you have never ever had this Chinese dark anise, it might make you sleepy, so do not drink it when you're gonna go to work and stuff like that, when you're gonna be driving. Drink it when you know that you're gonna be resting at home, okay? So let's just fill this pot with water. So now that we have our pot completely filled with water, now we're gonna take our Chinese dark anise and we're gonna take at least 6. Now what I have here, it might be like maybe 6 cups of water. And I'm gonna take 6 of the Chinese dark anise, more or less. 6 more, that makes it then 12, okay? 12 of the little Chinese dark anise that are floating in the water. To that, we're gonna add our eucalyptus. You wanna have the eucalyptus leaves. Just get a few. They usually sell them in the store, the leaves themselves, like this. So you're gonna get like a little powdery. You wanna get the actual leaves, okay? Then you have your ginger. If you have actual ginger at home, even better. Right now I do not, so I'm just gonna take the powder. Just take a little bit of the powder, that's more than enough. Put it in there. And 1 or 2 sticks of your cinnamon. Okay, we're gonna put it in there. Okay, so we did our mix and now we're gonna put it in the pot and we're gonna put it over the stove, heating it for 10 to 15 minutes. After it's boiling, let it boil for a few more minutes, at least 5 minutes. Then cover it, let it cool down, and then you can enjoy it and put some artificial sweetener if you would like to. I would recommend stevia, or you can just put some honey. If it is a kid that is less than 2 years old, you should never, ever, 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 ever give honey to a child that is less than 2 years old, because it has the botulism toxin. You don't want that. So, or you can then put sugar or raw sugar, like brown sugar and stuff like that. We're putting it here, covering it there, letting it boil. In the meantime, we're gonna do our mix with our aloe vera. Another of the plants that can actually help us with cleaning our mucous membranes, to expand our lungs, to decrease the inflammation, to have anti-inflammatory effects, to boost our immune system, all kinds of stuff, is our aloe vera. And I did a video very early at the beginning of our YouTube channel. You can find it in our YouTube channel. I'm gonna put it in the description, where it links all the benefits. It says all the benefits that you have with aloe vera and how important it is to have aloe vera in our house. That's why I have aloe vera in here in my house, because I am a chronic asthma patient. So I need to have wonderful lungs, and aloe vera, it is the miracle plant to have at your home to help you keep your lungs expanded and with low inflammation. So if you want to have something in your house to have good lungs, and prevention is key, and we need to have good lungs, that would be it. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut a leaf of the aloe vera, and it is a misconception that you cannot eat the skin of the aloe vera. The skin has a lot of the nutrients, antioxidants, and chemicals, so you want to also eat the leaf of the aloe vera. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it out, and it has to be the real aloe vera, because there's other species of aloe vera, so you want to make sure that the one that you're buying is an edible aloe vera. So I'm just gonna wash the leaf. So once we have it washed, we're just gonna go ahead and start cutting it in little pieces. You can see that wonderful slime. That is so wonderful. That is just beautiful. This is pure medicine in here. That's why you see it in so many things. In every single drink that you see nowadays, it has some aloe vera. It's great for your skin. And also the star anise is really good for your skin. It's said that it actually tightens your skin, so to make it you look younger and beautiful. So if you're in all of that stuff of looking pretty. Oh, it's boiling already. So now that it's boiling, I'm just gonna take the cap off and let it stay there for 5 minutes. Okay. That's it. And you can add to this any kind of juice that you would like, any other fruits that you want to have. So now that we have cut our aloe vera, now we can go ahead and mix it up with whatever you want to give it flavor. So you can put orange juice, whatever you want, whatever you have at home. And here I'm gonna use some berries that I collected. So I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of berries in there. And I'm gonna put some apple juice. And some lemon juice. Lemon is great also for clearing out your mucous membrane. So lemon is always great to add it to whatever you're mixing and whatever you're making for clearing your lungs. Just to add for it, I love the smell of eucalyptus. I'm going to put a little bit of the eucalyptus as well. So far in my mix, I just put as a base, which is always going to be needed, is going to be your aloe vera. Then after that, I put a little bit of the berries. In my case, I put berries, but you can mix it up with strawberries or whatever you want. Berries are the best thing to use because, especially like blueberries, blackberries, and stuff like that, because they're full of antioxidants. So we're looking for anything that can lower your inflammation. I'm going to turn off our tea over here. It should be done. And I'm going to cover it and let it cool down. Then on top of that, of the berries, I also added to that some juice. You can put water if you would like. If you don't want anything else and you like the flavor of the aloe vera. But if you want to have something else, you can put orange juice. You can put any type of juice that you would like. In my case, I put the apple juice. And then I put a little bit of the lemon juice, which I always recommend to mix it up with a little bit of lemon juice because lemon juice is great. 100% lemon juice. And if you have the lemons itself and you can squeeze it, even better. Because it actually clears out your mucous membrane. Nothing with sugar. We're not talking about lemon juice that you buy that it has just 10% of juice and everything else is water and sugar. Not that. We're talking about actual lemon, okay? And then a little bit of the eucalyptus. So now we're gonna add some ice to this and then just mix it up and start drinking our shake. Now that we have the ice, we can go ahead and make our shake. So now we're done with our shake. Let's go ahead and enjoy it. To this you can add, if you would like, some honey, or you can also put some artificial sweetener or raw honey or raw sweet sugar. So I'm gonna enjoy just how it is. It looks amazing, and I'm just gonna decorate it a little bit and put a little bit of whipped cream. I really love whipped cream. That's my weakness. I love whipped cream. So let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Amazing, amazing. So now I'm gonna show you how you can make some of the gummies slash just Jello. So for this, you're gonna need the gelatin mix that you buy at the store. I'm gonna use this one over here. So I'll be using this strawberry Jello. But again, if you have a person that suffers from asthma, and I suggest to not get the ones that have artificial colorants or anything like that, and just go with a plain, no flavor at all. This is the only one that I have here at home, so I'm gonna use it to just give you the recipe, okay? Okay, now for the tea, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a cup, more or less, of what I'm gonna be drinking. And you're gonna let it cool down in here. The rest, you can actually store it. If you have any bottles that you have from Starbucks coffee or Yoo-Hoo, these are, I think, all Yoo-Hoo cup. Just recycle them, and it's the best. It's an awesome way to store teas and shakes and stuff like that. So I got 4 extra bottles. Once it cools down, then I'm gonna put it in the fridge and just use it whenever I want to use it. So before we go ahead and do our gummies or gelatin, we're gonna go ahead and store also the rest that we have here, and then you can just leave it in your fridge for at least a week. But you should be drinking it every day, drinking a little bit of it. So if you have a busy schedule, taking a day of the week, usually during the weekend, and making a batch of the things that are gonna be really nutritious and good for you, saves you a lot of time, and also it helps you not to treat yourself with stuff that's gonna be detrimental to your health, and instead treat yourself with stuff that's gonna be good for you. So we have just 2 bottles from that, and now I'm gonna show you how it's that you're gonna make your little gelatin things, okay? So in order for us to make our jelly, our little gelatin treats for the kids, especially that they don't wanna drink stuff that doesn't have a good flavor, then what you're gonna be using is the same tea that we just made. That's just what you're gonna be using as a base, but in order for making the gelatin, it asks for one cup of boiling water and then 1 cup of cold water. So our cold water will be this over here. So I'm gonna put one of these, I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it cool down. And then that's gonna be my cold water, the 1 cup of cold water that I'm gonna be using for the gelatin. Okay, so let me just put that in the fridge now. So now we're gonna go ahead and make our gelatin. So let's go ahead and take 1 cup of water. And we're gonna let it boil. Need to have it really hot. Once it gets really hot, then we're gonna go ahead and stir our gelatin pack. Every gelatin recipe is different, so just follow the recipe that you have in your package. And then half of what it asks you for liquid, if it asks you for 2 cups of water, then half of that water you're gonna be using then your mix of your tea that you make with the chicamic acid, well, not chicamic acid, the star anise and the eucalyptus and the cinnamon and everything that we make, okay? So this is already boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and put in our gelatin. Let me give it just 1 more minute Okay, gonna turn it off and slowly put in there your gelatin. You have to stir as you go, because that's the problem with gelatin. It gets so clumps. So you want to, at the same time that you're putting it in, not all at once, little by little, and stir it. Now, once that's done, and you have stirred that, then you're gonna go ahead and mix it up with your cold water. So now we're gonna go into the fridge and grab the bottle of the tea that we put in the fridge to cool down. So now we can go ahead and take 1 cup of this. So we measure it up. So 1 cup is gonna go inside. Mix it well. And now we're gonna take our mix and pour it in our mold. I'm gonna use some cups just for us to eat if we want to, and then some little tiny molds like this, which I'm gonna put in the freezer. And then these are like the good things to use for kids, you know, adolescents and stuff like that. You just put it in the mold, put it in the freezer, and then you're gonna have the exact shape of the little pumpkins and ghosts and stuff that I have here. And then you just put it in the water and let it in your mouth and let it dissolve, and it's gonna be soothing for your throat, and at the same time you have great health benefits. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So now we're gonna go ahead and start doing our little molds of the gelatin. So don't mind me this plastic cups, just use any plastic cups. These are just recycled, so it saves some atoms. But just any plastic cups will do. And I'm gonna pour it in here. This one's gonna go into the freezer. Okay, so I'm gonna put these cups now in the fridge for like 4 hours or so. I'm gonna do some yard work and we're gonna come back again and see how they look. And these are gonna go into the freezer. And we have our gelatin over here, and these are gonna be our gummies. So to the freezer, to the fridge. Also, if you want to, you can make a popsicle. So just take the tea that we just made and just pour it in a cup. Or if you have those shapes of like a popsicle, like a lollipop, you can then put it in there and then put it in your freezer. So I'm just gonna make 2 of them and then put it directly in the freezer. Or if you wanna put some fruits in there so that when you're eating it and it's super solid, hard, and then it has like a fruit in the middle, then you can just shoot the middle of the fruit and make it interesting for the kids or for the adults. These are the result of our little gummies, which is so cute and so good. So we have our little pumpkins. Super good. So this is how they end. Amazing. And we also have our gelatin. I put it in here. And we have our popsicles still in the fridge. But now you get the more or less the idea of everything, all the ideas that you can do. You can do the gelatin, gummies, the popsicles, the tea, all of it. But use that star anise, the Chinese star anise. It's amazing. So we did a lot today. We just made our tea, which is amazing benefits, as you guys heard from all the benefits that we said from all the chemical ingredients that it has. Plus we also made our shake, which is wonderful, immune boosting with our aloe vera. And then we also made our gummies and even our popsicle. So there's a lot that you can do. And on top of that, you can also make a cup, your own homemade cough syrup with just 3 ingredients, which is your aloe vera, lemon, and honey. As I said, do not give honey to children that are less than 2 years old. Okay, so, but I can show you more benefits later on if that's something that you guys would like. You can put it in the comments down below and tell me what did you like, what did you not like, how we can improve. I'm here for you guys, so for the community. I love you all. Thank you so much. We have been growing exponentially thanks to all of you. You guys are amazing. Love you, love you, love you so much. Bye guys. Love you all. Enjoy the miracles. Thank you for watching, and if you're not a member of the community, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and like this video, and go ahead and watch also all the benefits that we have of the aloe vera and everything else that we have here. We have so many things. So have an amazing day, guys. God bless you. Bye.